Hi, good morning. I hope that you're doing well. This is number 73 of 365 and it's called Tripping. I start in 5. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I hope that you're doing well, and I hope that wherever you are is doing good for you. It is me, it's Paul Carpenter, and wow, man, I'm totally tripping, like hard. And I never thought in all the time that I would be doing this that I would ever catch myself online while I'm in space. And I call it holding space because to me it's not about like music in the background. It's not about that at all, you know. For me, it's like full on, very heavy dealings and releasings. Like learning to let go of everything is like part of the, especially when the waves come in and they're super heavy. Hi, Elizabeth. I hope you're doing well. And when those waves come in, you know, they're very intense, and there's a lesson that instead, you know, because I do that a lot. I tense up a lot internally, obviously, and so there's a lot of work there that needs to be done, and the sense of like releasing, you know, of just letting go, of just being able to be okay with letting go. You know what I mean? And that's just of anything. That's like even if like you know your favorite thing is chocolate or candy bars. I don't know. The whole lesson here is letting go. To let go of it all. That's the lesson. I mean, I know that it sounds weird, but what I saw tonight within my scape, within my own self, is this just vast open thing, but I have it all enclosed inside of this very tiny little thing, and it's almost like I'm holding on, but as soon as I just and just let go of it all, it's just like, oh man, you know, why stress? You know, why be all poopity spoopity smoops? And there's so many lessons that you don't get to hear and see because there's so much work from everyone else around you so that you can just do what you were already supposed to be doing in the first place. Like I had this like really negative like kind of like feeling like everybody's on this bus and there's like one kid who didn't tie his shoelaces and someone sees it and they are like, yo, you guys stop the bus because that guy's gotta get out of the bus and tie his shoelaces. And it's not that he has to get out of the bus and tie his shoelaces. It's made to make a representation of it. But the thing is, in this world of dream that we're talking about, is that when people do that, right, and they do that to me, then all of a sudden I make it worse for myself and for everybody. Because then not only is the shoelaces untied, but now there's a flat tire on the truck that I have to fix. And now we're all fucking stuck. And it's like, oh, dude, this sucks balls. This sucks balls. And it's like, and the only way to go anywhere is if that tire gets changed, buddy, and you're fucking holding the whole bus back because you wanted to fucking tie your shoes and fucking change a tire. Thanks. Thanks for fucking it up for the rest of us. And I'm like, wow, that's really heavy, bro. But on some level, that's exactly the truth, On some level, that's what we all do, right? We all do something where we're pulling ourselves out of our car or our bus, and it's something so simple as tying your shoes. It's like, and that's why everybody gets so upset. And they're all like, really, bro? Shoes? Tying the shoes, you son of a bitch. You're a real fucking piece of shit. Like, and it's like, from the guy who didn't tie his shoes, man, part of it's like, yo, they built me this way. And the other part of it is like mischievousness. Like, can I get away with it? And I think the other part of it is just being childish. And that's just the answer, Just childish. Full on. And it was funny because I was saying to myself internally, I was like, bro, like, get it up. Like, put yourself together, buddy. Like, come on. And I'm still there, right? I'm like totally still, I'm just on the downward flow of this very, very powerful medicine. And, man, it was really sad because every one of my limbs were ragdoll limbs. So it was like, like, I swear to you. And so it's like, and that it's like such a great analogy for a lot of the heaviness that goes through my life. And yet, it's like, it's like the ligaments, it's like the pieces are there, but the ligaments aren't, right? So you have like your bones, but you need your sinews. You need the pieces that connect to make the thing be able to move in different directions. Put some meat on top and a couple layers and, you got a person. But you see what I'm saying. Well, if you have any questions for the Great Beyond, I might be able to serve them at you pretty fucking heavy right now. Patience, you're a child at heart and mind, yet weak. You're so intelligent to recognize your weak spots. Oh, Elizabeth, you're nice. You're nice, Elizabeth. You're such a good girl too, by the way. You're like a really good girl, man. And you know, I like your strength, and I love your newfound independence and love. And Junior, Junior, man, wow, Junior. Junior, I'm very proud of you, man. You're a beautiful, beautiful soul. Please try to find a way to not be so angry with the kids, okay? Because you're creating a cycle. And it's a cycle of non-communication. Hey, Elizabeth, that really makes me happy to hear you say that, okay? Because it makes me feel that my life means something in some really nice way. And that I don't just go to places and use people. And Hollis, I don't know why I'm reaching out to you today. I've been really good about it. But I guess I'm where I'm at. So, hey, man. I'm really sorry, Hollis, for everything. You're a beautiful woman. I really wish you well. I wish you no pain. I wish you nothing but growth. And I wish you nothing but, being able to really open up and be honest and free and, with it and not be afraid. And, to everybody who I've ever met, I wish I could speak to you guys each individually so much. There's so many beautiful people in this world that I've gotten to meet. Strangers who I've only met once. And, those encounters have lasted for 10, 15 years. People call me. It happened just 2 days ago. And, he called me randomly. And he's like, bro, I met you once, maybe twice in my life. I've always tried to be a good guy to you, Junior. I've always tried to give you the right spiritual direction, man. About trying not to have stuff. This stuff doesn't mean shit, bro. The $2,000 apartment doesn't mean anything when you can't be happy in it. I'm not crying because I'm sad, man. I'm crying because I'm amazed. I'm crying because I'm so amazed at what we're living in, man. It's such a beautiful thing, bro. We're living in such a beautiful time, and yet we're taken. Everything's kind of like being ripped away from us, man. And I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I love the both of you, because I love all the people that I've met. I love all the people that I've ever connected with. And when I get angry or upset, it's not because I'm angry or upset at anybody. It's because I don't know how to let go of my own expectations. It's because I don't know how to just allow this thing to just be, and allow myself sometimes to just be. And I think that in the end, these videos are always like a treadmill of trying to be in flow, of starting my day in flow. Like when I'm performing for some audience in the middle of the street, you know? And you've never met these people. They don't know who you are. You don't have a sign. You don't have billboards. You don't have 20 million cars going by. You don't have people, tickets in hand. They don't know who the fuck you are. And you just start a show. And before you know it, man, you create this awesome thing. And there's people I've met once, twice, that I've known for the rest of my life. From just those messages, man, from those moments of just owning a moment. I was in Jerusalem once. And I was playing guitar. I used to play guitar every day. In the Rova, it's called the Square. And Rova is square in Hebrew. I think I've told this story before. I don't know if you've heard it. I don't know if either one of you have heard it. But in this story, I'm playing guitar, and there's a guy. He's a homeless guy. And I just start singing for him and only for him from across. He disappears. Two weeks later, this guy shows up with this little girl. He's like, "You're never going to remember me." And I said, "Yeah, you're the guy. You're the guy who was homeless." He's like, "Yeah, that was me. I was really sad." He really, really made me happy. I just want to give it away, Junior. I just want to give it away, man. I don't want anybody to have it. I I want everybody to have it. Because sometimes it's a little tight in here, man. It's a little tight in here, you know? But there's no one to share it with. And that's the part that hurts, bro. It's like, man, I love you, Athena. Oh my God, Athena is so amazing. Please don't leave, Athena. I want to talk about you for a second. Man, let me tell you something, guys. And I don't say your last name, correctly. Athena, I'm going to try. Athena Christoforakis. I think that's right. I might have just gotten it right the first time ever. And so I've only met her like literally once for like the briefest of seconds. What I remember, and forgive me, Athena, if in some way I'm being rude, but I have this deep wanting of a moment where I'm looking at you and I'm passing by and I see your smile and I say like something about wanting to get in touch with you, and I feel like that's the only moment we've ever really met. And I don't know how many times we've met. Like, I don't know if many people know this. I'll go there again. But I've said this before. But my memory is like super terrible. Like, absolutely terrible. It's very Swiss cheesy is the best way to explain it. Like, I can remember moments, but then like there's moments of that moment out of the... Like, people will be like, blah, 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 and they'll tell me the whole thing, and then, like, somewhere along the way, I'll catch it, and I'll be like, yeah, I don't remember what you're talking about again, because they start talking about, like, all this detail, and I'm like, bro, I don't remember any of this, dude, you know, and this is a memory for them, like a deep-seated memory for them. Look, I'm scratching. I'm, like, scratching because it gets me so much. But this is this very deep-seated memory for me, Athena. And I'm not sure where we were. I feel like we were either in Greece or somewhere in Israel. I think maybe it was Israel. And any way you look at it, there's this woman who is just... She's beautiful. She's tall. She's got these hair, like, totally, like, dreaded out. Like, just this powerful sense of oneself. And I'm always, not, you know, like, I always watch, I always watch, other people's, you know, photos and pictures, and I'm very keen to look into their eyes when I see a photo and really sense what's going on. Like, is that just a photo for the photo's sake, you know? And then there's some women who are models who know how to do it and, like, turn it on and off. And, like, you can still tell when that's fake, but it can be practiced, is what I'm saying. But that's not the point. The point I'm trying to get here is this. Maybe there was a point. It's never, ever, ever forced with you. Athena, every single picture I see, every single smile I see is a person genuinely experiencing each moment. And you are such a beautiful spiritual teacher, because I don't get to hang out with you. I don't get to call you and talk to you on the phone very much. I think we've only spoken once or twice. But you're such a beautiful spiritual teacher, and I want to say thank you for not, like, you know, letting me go when I go all poopity scoopity crazy. And maybe you just don't follow all my crap. But you probably do, because this video came up and you watched this. So then that means something. You know what I'm saying? The point I'm trying to get at is that thank you. Thank you, Elizabeth, for like every single day you are, I remember that, James. Oh my God, James. Let me, here's another person. Athena, James. This is so good. I'm having such a good, thank you for allowing me to have such a good trip with you guys. James, I met in New York. He was going to the New York Film Academy. My friend, whose name is Russell Rankin, who I still know to this day, who is another story all in and of itself, but I've known him since he was like 16, 17 years old. But before I go any further, I want to read what Athena wrote in return so everybody can hear this, for the people who see this on YouTube or whatever. It says, I try to live in the moment because that is what matters. Thank you for your words. We all have moments. No, I've seen some things, but it's always judgment-free. You just have to keep going on. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you. Okay. So James, I met while he was going to New York Film Academy. And again, Athena, thank you. I didn't want to not complete both moments. So let's, and so I met him at the New York Film Academy. And there's this piece of art that we made, which is a beautiful conceptual idea to use with this magic trick that I'd been using at the time, that was designed by a guy named Andrew Mayne, who's still in the industry, and that's Mayne, I believe, Andrew. And he created this idea, which is I don't want to give away the trick completely, but the idea is that it looked completely like your hand was coming through a shirt and through this, it looked like kind of like that, like you could see it. It was like a visual, a beautiful visual. And so we used that, and somebody else got dressed up as a cow, and basically, there was a burger, or hamburger, or maybe it was, I ate a burger, like James was saying, and then, the cow, there's a cow, I know there's a cow heart on the street or something like that, and the car wants to, the cow goes through and like gets it, and he's like, he's like angry at the man for killing the cow in the first place. The guy dies. That kind of stuff. Anyways, so, man, this is a long one, I guess, because I'm tripping. If anybody has, I said this earlier, if anybody has any questions that you'd like some answers to, about stuff that I might be able to get some kind of connection to source. I know that sounds weird, but I'm not trying to be like a psychic or anything, but like, I mean, really, I really mean that right now. If you have any questions about anything, health, wealth, love, man, that'd be a good time to ask. I'll probably give it to you pretty straight. Oh, God, that was so wrong. I didn't mean it like that. I meant like, I'm just going to be like, whatever comes in, comes in. That's what, Jesus, that sounded so angry. I was not. But seriously, now everybody's like, fuck that. I ain't putting no question. I want to see who's going to put a question in for this guy. No, seriously, if anybody has a question, I'll do my best to answer it in the nicest possible, beautiful way. But please know that whatever comes out, comes out. Like, I'm not like, once again, I'm not going to like, you see what I'm saying, right? Like, I'm not going to be like, death to your life. No. That'd be like the best. That'd be like the best. Wait, hold on. That would be like the best, like, psychic service line. You know? Like, you call them and you're like, hello? Yes. Welcome to the hateful psychic line. What? The psychic line? Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on. You know, I'm really, really broken inside, and he hurt me, and I don't know what to do, and, you know, I don't know what to do. Well, here at the the psychic line, let me see what I can get some, hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting it. Yeah. He's a dick. He's a dick. He's a dick. Yeah, just hang up on him. Yeah. That's me. Bye-bye. And you would make no money. You would just get him for the 1 minute. So then when you do get charged... Like 80% of your customers are just going to let the fucking thing fly because when they see the charge, it's like hateful psychic. They're like, fuck, I got exactly what I want. Dude, I swear to God, this is a fucking, I got to build this. I gotta build this. HatefulPsychic.com. If somebody fucking steals that from me right now, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Who wants to join me? Let's do that. That's today's fucking setup. You only get to talk to the psychic for a minute. He's hateful to you, and it's $4.99. That's it. You never get charged again. There's not like a monthly reoccurring nothing. And when it comes into your thing, it comes in as hateful psychic. And dude, so many people will call hoping to get like an actual real, it'll be, you know what it's going to be like? I got it. It's going to be like that store Dick's where you go and you get like a really shitty service. It's going to be that, but instead for psychics. So it could be like angry psychics. This will even be better. We hire real psychics that are actually angry at people because they're, you know, because they've been treated like shit for years anyways, the psychic community. This is gorgeous. And so like, I'm serious. I'm not fucking kidding. I'm supposed to get into some money today. Not a lot, like maybe $200 or something like that. And someone said to me, hey man, you know, try and spend this on, you know, positive stuff. Obviously don't go do drugs and heroin and kill yourself. That would fucking make me feel like shit. And I was like, right. Cause she's like, well, you've said shit like that before. And I was like, yeah, but I'm all fucked up. So you can't believe fucking 80% of what I say. There's like only little golden nuggets of good shit. I mean, it's like painting. Like, look, here, let me show you this one. Oh, shit, I'm stuck to it. Here, I don't know if you see this. Here, oh. You know? There you go. Oh, no, this way. There you go. So, yeah, so I painted this just the other day with Patrick Gamble. And then I came back and I put in all the black lines. Like these little black, I don't know if you see the black lines. Yeah, those black lines. So all those black lines are just like, you know, individual drawn lines. They're not, you know, and then so, so what, I don't know what I'm getting at. What I was getting at is like, there's the 80-20, I think is what I was mentioning. The golden nuggets, right? There's only like 20% here, okay? There's only like 20, okay. 60-40. All right, fine. That's too much. 70-30. That's what I'll take a 70-30. Have you made me have the one you made me framed? Huh? I cannot do that. It is not. Well, actually, I don't know. Yeah, I think he wanted to keep. I don't know. Is that a sitting cat in the middle of the pic? A sitting cat. This right here? This thing right here? Is that what you're talking about? I'm like, I'm so fucking high right now. I'm so fucked up. I'm sorry, everybody. Is this the eye pic? No, I thought he was talking about a cat. I'm fucking freaking out. I swear to God, there's a cat in here. By the blood splatter. Is there a cat? Hold on, what the fuck? Okay, now I want to know what you're talking. Okay, I showed you this picture. Oh, you think that this is a cat? That, you know what? Looking at it, and this is the first time I've seen this because we just literally Jackson Pollock the crap out of this, right? But looking at it for the first time with it looks like a cat maybe howling, looking upwards at the moon or something like that, and then it's like in the background, maybe there's like wind in the back or something. Bro, that's a really beautiful idea. I almost see, and I know this is going to like get you weird, but if you're looking at that as the cat right there, in the background, I see what looks like paw print there, and like a cat almost there. Like there's the eye and the cheek, and then where would be the nose and the mouth right there of the cat. And then obviously you're talking about this cat, but I'm just saying in a weird reflection of a cat. There's, I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing. Anyway, maybe I'm too fucked up. Now it just looks like blood. Anyways, in your blood splatter pain, now you have inspiration to name it. Yeah. Pussy blood. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, bro. Talk about a roller coaster ride this morning with me. And none of it was like sad. I wasn't crying earlier because I was like, I want my life to end. No, man, you know. And a lot of the times when I get angry and I do those kind of like blowouts, you know, man, splatter cat. I love you, Autumn. Oh, that's a good one. Oh. But, it's really frustration in my own life, right? And it's really, you know, feeling sorry for myself, and on some level, and it's tough. It's a tough thing to deal with, to be like already depressed, to be already, you know. It's funny. What I was going to say is to have problems. We all have problems, whatever. We're all depressed, whatever. We all need to make money to survive and live. So shut the fuck up. Tie your shoes. I get that. That's not what I was getting at. And that's fine. And I totally understand where anybody's coming from when they say that. And I never intended to say when I was like, I don't know, like 2-3 videos ago, I'm super angry and depressed. I'm dealing with the breakup of a girlfriend. All this, I could call it 9 lives down. And I swear to God, it's like the cat in the one here in the distance with the paw prints and the whole thing. It's just like that. That's all cats go to heaven. It's like that shit. It's like once the cat dies, it turns into this beautiful. Yeah, I get it, dude. Oh, I'm with you. Yeah. Jesus. Sometimes. I need to smoke some pot. I'm just happy I have some because holy fuck, you know, Jesus, the waves, gotta go, but have fun, be safe, know you're loved by many, all of you, keep shining, much love, until next time, brother. Athena, I didn't even know you were still here, good God, I can't believe you actually stayed here this long for that one. Oh, Jesus, I should have said more beautiful things, and I love you, have a good day. You know, the whole video today was supposed to be really about like trying to talk about the preciousness of what we have and what we have with us and what we have in the moment and how so many times we all, including myself, right? I'm not talking, when I say we, a lot of, someone said to me recently, you should stop saying we, you should stop saying I, you should start saying I. And it's like, ugh, I don't like the I thing. It's so, ugh. But I'll go with where I'm at. And if anybody else has an issue with it, maybe you should tell me if I should say I and not we. And maybe I'll change it up, get a consensus out of that one. But here we go. This is a very short life. It's literally one breath long. It's so short. And so any amount of love that somebody has given you, any amount of time that you got to spend with someone, one kiss, one hug, one handshake, one magic trick. Because you never know who and what you're gonna hit when you do it from a place of like complete freedom. I think that if you really earnestly come from this place inside of you, Autumn, I was with some people and I was just at this amazing, beautiful event tonight that was like Sublime, 311, and No Doubt. And then as well, upstairs, my friends Ojos Rojos were performing. And I got to take a ton of pictures. And it was a really cool event. And it was a cool mask-off event, which was great. And then after that, I was invited to go to a friend's house. And by chance and chance alone, like at the end of the night, someone goes, yo, here you go. And I was like, all right. And I was already tired. I asked for some coffee. We smoked and smoked and smoked some more. Bro, I passed out really quickly. And then when I woke up, I was like 2 or 3 levels in to this very deep trip. And it's been a heavy experience for me this time, especially with the letting go of this partner and all of this drama and all of this stuff. And the lesson that I've learned more than anything else within this experience And there's Joe Serrato. Oh my God, Joe Serrato. I hope you don't leave. Please don't leave, Joe. I got to talk about you for a second before I tell my story. Tell me to remember the story when I go back. But Joe Serrato, oh my God, what an amazing, this kid, and I'm not trying to blow smoke up anybody's ass here. This is a beautiful human being right here. This is a guy who's got such a good soul, man. And he's working so diligently and so hard to keep such a tribe and create such a beautiful tribe. And you've done such an amazing job, Jojo. You've done such an amazing job, Jojo. And I hope he's still here. You really have, man. With all of the stuff that you've created, with all the other little bands that have happened, like I don't think Philip Lerma would have happened. I don't think that, I don't know how long Philip had been playing before you and the whole thing, but it really felt like, there's this one person who's like you see like a visual in your mind, which is like, Joe, which is like this character, and then like out of his face comes a lion's face, and there's just fire. You're like, full on, dude. And it's just, you're funny. Oh, and then, woof, there's so many beautiful people here today. And then there's Jessica. Woof. Jessica Beer. Well, I'm getting a lot of waves, man. Let me tell you something. Jessica Beer is another amazing spirit. Guys, you have no idea how many amazing spirits I have gotten to get to know in my life. People who are just these titans, full-on titans of how each one of them are able to hold on to so many fragments without like fully just like and listen, we all do it, right? We all have our moment, we all have our thing. I get it. But man, Jessica, for all that you have dealt with, as well as anybody else who's here watching, fuck me, for all any of you have dealt with, for all that you have seen, all that you have gone through, man, I'm telling you, I know I'm maybe just like, Paul's just tripping, but like, what I'm telling you, man, is that, fuck, man. It's so good, dude. And, it's so short. It's like so short. So like all the frustration, all the anger, like let it go. Like there's a lot. I don't know if you see this built up in me, like all this stuff here. It's all built in, bro. It's like, Autumn, Autumn's right. Autumn 100%. She got it and thrives. She's kicking ass and taking names. Maybe it's initials because she don't got no time for the names. And for Autumn, I show you all that is pink in my life. I've got my my pink laptop. I got my pink lighter. I got my pink mouse. Hello? Hello? The mouse doesn't work. I don't know. Anyways, look. I didn't get on here. I'd be angry too if I had a bloody crocodile making the racket outside my house. What the heck? You can actually hear that over on the. You can actually hear him. That's so funny. Laugh out loud, fun. Yes. We'll hold this universe together. Together, those waves, though. Haha, yeah. Love you. And let me get back to Jessica. Jessica, I just love you. What I was going to say, because I've been giving anybody praise who's been here, but amazing things that Jessica has had to deal with in her life. She's a beautiful woman. She owns a business. She's run, I don't know how many businesses successfully, just dealt with some crazy stuff with like protesters in front of her house and the mayor showing up and just beautiful things, bro. You know? Oh, the rooster. The rooster's in the background, yeah. Fuck that rooster. You know what I just found out? You're funny, James, because what I just found out is like the third one she's had because people get upset that she has the rooster. And then there's 2 houses down. There is a family that we know for a fact has chickens, and they like to, like, that's one of their things. They like to kill their own chickens. It's a total like legal thing to do, and especially here in Friendswood because it's still country based. So it's like, yo, holy crazy, and I think it's like the second or third. And so like she keeps bringing them. She keeps bringing different roosters. This one, he's 6 or 7 years old. He was found at a fight. So she was, I think, cleaning. She was doing cleanings from house to house. She ends up at this one place, and they're having a cockfight, like full on having a cockfight. And this rooster's about to die, or I think he was in the fight and he lost, and they were going to try and put him into another fight to, like, you know, just do him off and get him. And she starts freaking out on them and I'm going to call the cops. And of course they're like, well, what the fuck, bitch? Get the fuck out of here. She got fired from her job, but she kept the rooster. And when I think that it's from everything that I remember, this is the story. Now, I know for a fact the little floppy part of the rooster, because of the fight, had literally been severed, and it was just like poor thing, dude. And she had to like I don't think she used super glue or she just let it be. But now it's not bad. It doesn't look like it's all nasty or anything. But it's like, and this rooster's confused. He doesn't know when is morning and afternoon, and because roosters are only supposed to like in the morning. Hear that, motherfucker? But yeah, they're only supposed to do it like at this point in the morning, right? But this guy, fuck that. He's just like fucking any time of the day. He just decides to jump on top of the fence, and it's like that's why you can hear it, because he gets on top of the fence and just starts pointing in either direction. I've seen him do it because I hang out in the backyard with my friend, which is the only reason I know the story about the rooster in the first place and how this whole thing happened. So, anyways, so much heaviness on this trip. I mean, just very heavy. Like a lot of like as they call it, shadow work, where there's a lot of like just needing to let go, just like of all of it, man. Let go of all of it, and like understand that you only have so much that you really need to take care of, and then God is going to take care of the rest. The Creator it's already done. So like, and I don't mean like some kind of weird evangelical, think and grow rich kind of stuff. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like, there's still action involved. Is that John Rockenbomber? He came and he went. Oh, I'm so depressed. I wanted to talk about John Rockenbomber. I love him. I love him so much. Like, seriously, I don't know if you guys are going to get me, but if you want to go look up a guy named John, Jon, Rockenbomber. Holy crap. But man, oh Jess, without a doubt, what I needed. Miguel Lorente Marquez. I don't know. Do I know Miguel? Hold on. Let me see this photo. I got to see this photo up close because I can't see people. Like I can't. And I don't know if this is Miguel that I met in Spain because I can't see the photo. Oh, jeez. Anyways, like I was trying to say, so many people that I've met, so many journeys that I've had, they've all been so cool, so amazing. And the thing I want to get across to those who are watching, but James, I want you to see this specifically, please. Before you leave, one thing I want to get across is that a lot of people have been saying to me, like, you need to learn to, like, tell people that you want money for what you're doing, or that you should, that you got mad because people don't want to give you money. And like a lot of people got mad at me and they were like, yo, you can't expect anybody to want to give you something if you don't want to do something for yourself. And I'm like, dude, I'm making these videos. I mean, you want to talk about raw. You want to talk about raw. You talk about like always, everybody always talks about like, yo, dude, like honestly, bro, I wish I could get into that person's head so far up their ass that like it would be so weird that it would be like I felt weird about it being John Malkovich type shit, you know? And then you're like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. But you're like, wait, I gotta find out what's next. It's that kind of journey with me. I don't mean to do it like that. I'm not trying to be like improvisational, there you go. Elizabeth, I guess that's it. I'm the real deal, Holyfield. I'm not. There's a part of me that's like, and it's this character like right now that comes out. That's like the one that moves back and forth, the one that has all these little knacks, and that's the part of me that I feel is like, what's the word? Oh God. Idiot savant. It's like super idiot savant shit. I swear to you. Because, like it happened to me the other day. I don't know if I told you this story already. But Hollis was doing her taxes. And I had to do my taxes. And she's like, it's super easy. I have this app that I use. I'm like, oh, I use that app. I've been on it forever. She's like, what? Your credit score? And I was like, well, I don't know. I'm a weirdo, bro. I hate the system, but I really love the system, And because I really don't hate the system at all, by the way. I need to make this apparently awesomely clear today, because the truth is, I don't hate anything. Fuck. I don't hate anything. That's really nice to say. I don't hate anything. There's a lot of things that bother me, but I don't hate anything. And that's really nice to say. And it's really nice to know that. Like, woof. You know what I mean? Like, it's really nice to know that. And there's like this, but there's a lot of things that bother me, but the only reason they bother me is because I have expectations for where I believe they should be, and those expectations are only there because of like this ethos of ethics and morals that are supposed to be inbred with all of us. And for the most part, I'd say 80-something% of us got it pretty straight on. But some of our some of our heads got turned on a little differently. Well, hey, chair, hold on. Wait for me, okay? I'm the leader of this story, Mr. Chair, not you. I know you have wheels. I get it. I'm. Hold on. Sorry. Me and Mr. Chair I have his chair. It's a chair with wheels. You see? It never wants to listen to me. And Mr. Chair is being very, hold on. I've even had to put hold on, sorry, on the floor. You see, there's like the cord. I have this little heater down here. This is how I stay warm inside of the garage. Right? I put my feet on top of it. And then this like the behind the scenes of Paul's studio. Yeah. And so I've had this chair here for just a little bit. And because I had this one for a while, but it's really low when I sit in it, and then I feel like I'm like a little kid, and like I'm like, hi guys, welcome to the number whatever. It's a toaster oven. Yeah, I swear. Yeah, it really is. Because I don't have. I've been telling people. I don't know who I said. I think I said it to you, Jessica, when I was at your house. I was like, yo, dude, let me tell you something. I really need one of those space heaters. Whee! Okay. All right, hold on. You see, there's just a space. There's a little drop off right here, and I'm worried. What I'm worried about is that I'll be like hanging out, and I'll be like all into the woo, and then I'll just be like woof, and I'll just fly off. So I have the cable, so that I have to kind of plop over. It's like my little guard. My little third wheel for me on my bicycle, so I can be on a phone and ride the bike and talk to you guys at the same time and juggle. Because sometimes when I'm what they say in flow, that's what it feels like. Because sometimes it's really hard to wake up and do this. Sometimes I come on here and I'm like, how fast can I say the beginning intro? I say some tidbit of something and be like, fuck off, I'm out of here. Because on so many levels, it feels like a job. So for those of you who I got angry with, who felt, because I didn't point out any certain person, right? I was just angry at everybody. So anybody who felt, hit by that, the mentality, I work for mine, you go work for yours. I'm trying, man. Because it's yeah. So this is my struggle, and I had a conversation, a really good friend of mine, his name's Jeff. The struggle I have is creating a product and not a gimmick. So like, for instance, there's this guy, and because I told him the story, and he's like, well, that's just a gimmick. And I'm like, yeah, but he has like this, he created the exact same thing that I'm talking about that I want to do through this gimmick. And he's like, right, so you had a product already. And I'm like, I've got the running gambit. Like, I know what the product is. Like, he's like, first you need the, and I was like, man, and then I spoke to another friend of mine, because this is all messages from the universe, by the way. This is how it works, right? So then I was speaking to another friend of mine. His name's Zach the Tyrant. And he's like, yo, I was giving him my problems, and he was just doing work solution for me. And it was great because I heard myself in him talking to me, you know, and not that I had told him this stuff, but it's the same stuff I tell other people. It's work solution stuff, you know, how to mitigate your problem, how to get through it, cognitive behavioral, bang, 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 you know, find out what that major thing is. Then also what's the root cause of why this keeps happening. Let's get down to that first. Let's let that ruminate in the mind. Let's let go of whatever the fuck that thing is, and let go of it. Completely let go of it. Like, I hope you're doing this with me right now because it works, even that quickly. I know a lot of people are like, wait a second, that can't happen. But it's so fucking true. There's like, in the same way that maybe that's what this whole video is about in the end. In the same way that somebody has slammed on their brakes in the middle of a parking lot to say hello to me and jump out of their truck, right? Or the same way that my week, I believe it was about a week or 2 weeks that I spent with Elizabeth 2 years ago, was able to get her in some way, like she says, I was in some way a catalyst in her life to create this new thing. And it's funny because I have this book on feng shui, and you know, and this bubbling creek that I made for her is such a beautiful process in the mind to believe the idea of something birthing for new, in the sense of when Moses hits the rock hard and it turns into a fucking floodgate instead of just tapping it and it just being a river. And granted, what I created wasn't the best, but it was from a place of true kindness, of true a place of true wealth, a wealth of wanting nothing but a way of saying thank you, in whatever form and fashion that is. And the same as like I went to tonight to my friend's house, and she was very upset prior to us even getting there that the home was out of place or that it was dirty in some way. And mind you, it ain't no dirty. Clean ass house. Clean ass house, like my mom's house type clean, you know. And so I immediately put myself into action. I start cleaning dishes. I just, that's what I do. And you know, and without having to say anything on my part, like before getting there, right? I knew that I only had like $20 in my bank account. I knew that I just spent a certain amount of money on cigarettes, and I knew that I didn't have any money to like contribute to the marijuana, and I didn't have any magic tricks on me, and you know, there's a lot of wanting to. Look, I'm doing this with my nails, by the way, over here. Like I'm all like here. But there's a lot of, there's a real want to like, give. Like a real want to like, be with. I think that's where my sexual addiction comes into play. You know, like as soon as me and Hollis broke up, I immediately started going back to all of my old things where I could try and find sex. You know, whether it's porn or whether it's like real meets with people. And then it's like, there's like a sexual fantasy role play that's going on in my brain that is the addiction, because the actual stimulation of the act, I think are the words I'm going to use, are kind of two things. It's kind of boring at this point. It's exciting once, twice, three times. Once, twice, three times later. Ouch. But yeah, it brings a lot of really like weird feelings for me. Like the idea of like, I see this video in my head of the girl that does the slut walk. I think I've talked about this. I don't know if everybody's heard this. I don't know if Elizabeth has heard this or if you guys have heard this or not. But there's like this girl, and she's like she does this thing called the slut walk every year, and there's this guy. I think he's a preacher, and he's on YouTube, and he's like, "So why you call yourself a slut?" And she's like, "Well, men call me slut." And he's like, "Well, are you a slut?" And she's like, "Well, I was married and I got divorced and I've been out with other men." And he's all like, yeah, so that's good. So you're having sex with other men? And she's like, "Well, yeah, a couple of times." He's like, "Well, then you a slut." And then she's all like, "Well, excuse me, motherfucker." Like, she drops the shoe real quick, right? And he's like, "Well, then," she's like, "Well, what you call them?" And then he stops for like 2 seconds and looks and goes, "Slut makers." And I was like, damn. And more so than that, it was like this idea of like person who disrespects you, person who doesn't care about you, person who it's like. And I have a question because there's two ladies here, because I'm still like in that reminiscing stage of my relationship, right? And so after what I just said, including the factors of pain, including the factors of whatever. Well, let's just change that. Let's just change it all together and just say this to anybody who's watching. See, and this is like something I can't say that because I feel like it's like she was as honest as night and day from the fucking straight punch. Like, I'm fucking broken. I'm going to lie to you. I'm going to hurt you. Do you know what I mean? Well, this is the point I'm trying to get at. I guess it's two questions. One, just because somebody knows that they're broken and they say it to you and they tell you what they're going to do, does that make it okay? Two, is a person's breaking point who they are, really? Like when they flip out and they scream and they get angry and that everything else prior to that is just fake. So any of the good stuff was fake, or it was manipulative, or it was, and like, mind you, You have to understand there's parts within the relationship where I'm in a car, literally punching myself in the face, telling her that I'm going to kill myself because I'm fucking so depressed at the fact that we're breaking up. And I'm over flipping out on a level that's just like, what are you doing, bro? Telling her that I'm going to jump out of the car, getting on the internet and screaming at the top of my lungs like, I'm fucking crazy, this, and she's fucking a drug addict. She's not a fucking drug addict. She's fucking, okay, so she did some drugs when she was younger, or we all partied when I'm fucking on mushrooms right now, you fuck. I think my thing comes out of this is that it's like, be honest. And granted, that's what you were. You have, okay, hold on. There's a bunch of stuff being said here. I've been losing you guys for a minute. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Are you in Houston these days? Just spit my coffee out. We're all like, Paul. Oh shit. Implementing okay. Own ignorant comment rather than saying irrelevant, spiral moments. I'm whatever you want. I'm labeled not worried. Absolutely not. Ashley Parks came in on the left. You have choices every day. Let your story define you or define your story. Then I'm a slutty bitch because may have had sexual relations and have bitched. That made no sense to me. Please come back and let's try that one again. Being broken is an excuse to break others too. I love you, Autumn. Thank you. That's so nice of you. Autumn, I'm in Houston. I'll hang out with you. Come over to my house. Or let's go to your house. Or, I don't know. I don't really have a car. Kind of hang out in this garage a lot, though. I was doing a new piece. I don't know if you could see her. Oh, you can kind of see her, can't you? So that's her right there. And it's like, it's really, here's the weird thing, right? All the pieces that I do, I kind of do them like with like energy, I guess, if you want to call it that, or like spirit, or whatever I'm feeling in the moment, or I don't know what the fuck you want to call that shit. But that's how I do it, right? So like I'm like, I feel like painting, so I just paint, and I try not to, Elizabeth. Try not to. So what I was saying is that this, it's like a skeleton. I've been drawing a lot of women lately. It's really, here, I'll show them to you if you don't want to see it, I guess, but whatever. But to me, it's telling a story. And I feel like there's a story of this little girl, and she grows up, and there's this style of clothes in her mind. I guess this is like in her head, of what she's supposed to be, or who she's supposed to be, or what she's supposed to be. And then as she grows up, she kind of like the clothes get too small for her. And then she's kind of like naked in the world. And then she tries a new outfit on, but it doesn't feel right. I feel like it's a hat that she's wearing, and she doesn't like that hat. And then she tries something else, and she doesn't like it. She doesn't like it, and then she doesn't like it, and then she's in this place now, and she's cleaning, and then she finds her happiness, and she's like in this place where she's learning how to do rope work, right? And straight up, that's just me telling you about Hollis's life in picture form, and this like weird feeling that I have like this weird psychic connection with her, right? Because I was so, I mean, I don't know if you recognize me at all here, folks, for those of you who are watching now and later, but I'm a pretty deep kid. On some level, I feel like I'm kind of like a monk. Like I'm just a traveling monk. Hey, how are you doing this morning? I love you. You're beautiful. That was my mom. You know, like on one level, there's this on one level there's this kind of lost my train of thought, guys. Sorry. Listen, there was. Is he still here? Tell me he's still here. He was just here a second ago, mate. Where is he? Tell me he's here. Get over here. Who is it? Who's here? I want to know who's here. Who's here? Man, he was just here a second ago. I think his name's John Carpenter. I don't know who he is, right? But he just started following me. But let me tell you something. Holy crap. I got hooked on him. I got hooked on him like right off the bat. Good. There's like this so good. So good. And I like it. I told him I want to make videos with him. You know, so, you know, this is going to be a long one to upload. But, you know, like I said at the beginning of this, I never thought in all the years that I've been filming myself doing online videos or something like that, you know. I never thought that I would ever do I would do one while I was totally bogged out in my mind, you know. Not that I am, because I'm not, you know, but some heavy waves today. I'll tell you that. Some heavy waves and some definite work going through the going through the cosmos. Some heavy work. You know, yeah. You know, we're all just trying to live it, man. One day at a time, you know, and it's not easy. You know what I mean? It's really not. It's not an easy game. And all any of us want, you know, is just to hang out and just chill. I think that's all we really want. We just want to hang out and chill, bro, and not have to stress too much. You know what I mean? And so many of us are broken. So many of us are hurt already. So many of us are, you know, So many of us, and the thing is, I've been listening to a lot of Abraham Hicks lately, and there's a lot of to be a devil's advocate on anything in life. I love her. I love Esther Hicks, and I love Abraham Hicks. The idea of Abraham Hicks. But I feel like a lot of it's just fantasy, fun stuff as well, like anything else. Just packaged really nicely. But what I was going to say is that there's this idea, from Abraham Hicks of the most profound question ever asked. This is silly. It's so good. And the question is, hey, I'm sorry to be totally asking you this question, but why would a dog put its head out the window when it knows that bugs are going to hit it in the eye? And Esther Hicks, without missing a beat, was like, oh, thank you so much for letting us answer the most profound question we have ever been asked. Of course, the whole audience starts to laugh. And she says, you see, the dog knows that most likely it will be hit in the face and or in the eye with a fly. But because you got it, Elizabeth, but because he's all about being in the moment and not having a conscious, rational mind to swerve him this way or that, and he's just allowing himself to be, the wind in his hair is worth the fly in the eye. And it's a lesson. It's a lesson for life of, there's a really heavy thing that happens, and it's really not that heavy. It's just a fly in the eye. And learning to breathe into it allows you to not be so stressed out about it. And there you go. I'm happy that you both are on the same wavelength, Ding. Good, got it. You got it. I got it. We got it. We're in. We've got it. So with that, my friends, if you would not mind, please go out in the world, do something nice for somebody else. If you can't, please do something nice for yourself. It does start with you. Number 2, please don't get caught up in all the crazy stuff that's going on in this world, because if you do, then that's all you're going to do is end up feeling all this crazy stuff. Why? Nobody needs that. Learn to just flow. Let it go. And number 3, please like, share, subscribe. Send this out to somebody who might want to, see it or feel it or be it. I do have a Patreon. It's Patreon.com/mentally hip. Although if you give me money to that, it's going to go to a PayPal account that I'm like negative $1,000 in. So you may not want to do that. At least at this point in my life, because I don't know when you're watching this, you could be like 20, 25, and you're like, Yo, have you ever heard of Paul Carpenter, bro? And that night that he was tripping, he actually videotaped it and left it live. I know, the guy's a fucking idiot. Let's go watch. That could be you right now. And if that's the case, you should totally give me a donation because you came back like 3 years later to watch this video of all videos. And then like, and it should be like a super big video, like dump. It should be like Mr. Beast style. Like, it should be Mr. Beast in 3 years from now should just dump like a fuck ton of money in my PayPal account. There, I've said it. And if not, in the meantime, I did the math. I need, you heard that little ding? I need support because the way that I just said this to somebody, and this is what I was trying to say earlier, and I totally forgot it, and I'm happy that I remembered it now. And it's this: when you guys support, okay, on a monthly donation or even a one-time donation, whatever donation, it gives me the ability to go make better content. Like if I have money, like, and I'm not just talking about surviving money, but I'm talking about like actual money, then I can go and make really good content, like so much better content. And it's not like I just, need the cameras or need this or needs that. It's like, granted, and this is something else I was trying to talk about earlier when I was talking about Zach. He's like, listen, back in the day, I used to stop myself with everything. And now I just say, screw it. I've got what I've got, and I'm going to use what I have, and I'm going to go from there. And I'm like, yeah, Zach, I'm kind of doing that. That's what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about. He's talking about the same thing, but like taking it up a notch. Like, not just make these daily morning videos, and by all means, I'm going to keep doing that, but maybe it's like make the daily morning videos and create a content video that's like super impressive and impactful that talks about some crazy stuff that you're really interested in and has like cool edits and videos and blam, 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 blam inside of it. And then people will be like, yo, dude, that's pretty cool. There, don't leave, bro. Yo, you, John, talking to you, bro. Did he go anywhere? He's not. Is he still here? He's here. Hey, dude. Hey, dude. I'm gonna end this video that I'm doing right here pretty soon, and I just wanted to let you know. I don't know if you're still here, John. You totally inspired me, bro. You totally inspired me, bro. As of recently, like in the last couple videos that I've seen of yours, like I've been having like a trouble finding my like self and being okay with like I guess me. And I already mentioned this earlier, but there's like this thing that you do that's just kind of like you, and it's just very cool. And that's why I said I wanted to work together, because I really like that whole thing. Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you. And I wanted to say thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little run through my mind. And I love you all so much. I'll see you all on the other side. That's Tommy. That's Thomas. That's my neighbor. I can just go over right now and see him on the other side of the fence. So, but I'm going to see you all, including you, Tommy. Oh, look, there's Katie. And Katie, what are you doing? Katie? And I'm here. I'm here. Okay. And with that, I wish you well. I really do. And I'll see you all on the other side.